There we go. We live. We live. Welcome back to the Man to Man Pod. Monday, March 27th, 2023. Beautiful Monday here, y'all. I'm one half of the pod. DB got my co-host AB.
What it do? What it do?
Hey, shit, man. How you feeling over there, man? How was your weekend?
Feeling great, man. Weekend was good, man. Eventful weekend. With the little ones. Little mama man had dance competition, man, and little man he had everything. He had a flag football game on Friday, basketball and soccer game on Saturday. So great weekend with the fam.
Okay, great for me too. You see UConn doing exactly. It's a lot. Y'all gonna hear a little noise back there. We got some construction going on in the crib, man. But Final Four, UConn's in there. My women ain't make it. They got handled. But we obviously gonna be talking about that with March Madness. The Final Four, I think 3 of the 4 teams never been in the Final Four before. So this March Madness has been absolutely insane. On the women's side, like you said, we got some surprises, got some stars who always been stars. Caitlin Clark showing up again, showing out last night. But it was slow news in the NFL world, per usual around this time of year. Still waiting on the A-Rod trade. Bobby Wags did sign with the team. Any Lamar news? I don't think any Lamar news came up yet.
I think you can go around and you can fish for whatever you want. You know, they say, the Colts playing, it was spent more time in Baltimore, so you can take that with a grain of salt, however you want to take it. But, like you said, slow news, but we're gonna make it happen as always. Pose your questions and hashtag M2M live. Or you can put them here in the comment section. But sure, things either way, man, it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one, man. It always is. Shout out to FanDuel, obviously our presenting sponsor. We obviously gonna look at some odds going into these Final Four weekends. I was looking up some flights to Houston.
H-Town.
Hey, yeah, look, we the heavy favorites right now with all, because we done been there. Everybody else, they just happy to be there right now. They hype, they hitting their family up. We done been there before, man. But obviously we're gonna talk about that on the other side. So we'll see y'all there.
Yes, sir.
Butler. Darius Butler. Antoine Bethea
Yo.
Yes, sir.
What you want to come out the gate with, man? Before we get, you want to get in the Final Four talk? You want to talk? Got me excited with that Lamar Colts.
Hey, well, sure. Let's talk about it. Again, I was just reading through some headlines, and somebody said, hey, the Colts plane was in Baltimore. It was there. I guess it was scheduled to leave at a certain time, but it ended up staying longer. As 2 former Colts, 2 guys that said it on this show a number of times that Lamar should get paid. 2 guys on this show that says the Colts, we need a quarterback. Sitting at, and this is just me just kind of taking a look at it, sitting at the position where we're picking right now, I feel as though we're kind of, even though we were picking high, we're kind of out of that spot of really picking that quarterback that I feel as though can change the trajectory of the franchise. Would you agree with that?
Yeah and no. The only pause I have with that is if you are at 4, it's big ifs though. And we both have our big hesitations when it comes to Anthony Richardson, but I think he could possibly be around by the time we pick. I think C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young, whichever order they go, I think those would be the first two guys off the board. So potentially Anthony Richardson could be that guy that can change the trajectory of the franchise. But if I had to choose between Anthony Richardson and Lamar Jackson and giving him that money,
no question,
I'm going Lamar Jackson. That's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. So I mean, again, we here, on our podcast, just shooting the shit. Again, having that number 4 pick, is it something that the Colts would be willing to deal to the Baltimore Ravens for Lamar? If you ask me, shit, you can have it.
Facts.
So again, we don't know what that. It's all speculation now. But hey, we're gonna run with this speculation. We're gonna talk about it.
Got to. That's what March 27th. That's what else are we talking about right now outside of speculation? When you're talking NFL, obviously, the draft pick. What are we gonna do in the draft? What is everyone gonna do in the draft? Everybody's speculating. Will the Panthers stay pat at 1? C.J. Stroud go there? Will Bryce Young go there? Where are the other guys gonna go? Will Levis. And I've been watching more of the film of these guys now, the receivers, the quarterbacks, the DBs. And when I put that Levis film up next to the other guys, it's not even close. So if we ended up going that direction, I hope Levis goes and has a great career. But based off what I've seen, big kid, compact throw, strong arm, but everything else is just wildly inconsistent. The accuracy, the decision making. And people always say, "Oh, what about the supporting cast? Whatnot." You can see what you see. I can only see what's on the film, regardless of who's playing around the guy. So don't look good. But Anthony Richardson, that's the biggest wild card in this draft, obviously. And then Bryce Young, if he was 2 inches taller, it wouldn't even be a question about who would be the first guy off the board. But C.J. Stroud looks special too, man. But Colts are in an interesting position. This plane being in Baltimore. Is Lamar even in Baltimore right now? Is Lamar in Florida? What's the conversation? We know the history between the city of Baltimore and the Indianapolis Colts football team. So that would be interesting if that deal got done. But I would love to see 8 and Blue. Even thinking about what he did against us, I think it was a Monday Night Football. We up probably 20-something. He went nuts. So I would love to see him obviously get paid, and it would be even better to be in that jersey with how we've had this QB carousel that hasn't necessarily worked out for us, and we haven't had a guy in their prime since Luck retired. Luck walked away obviously in his prime. So if you go from Luck, 5 different quarterbacks, and then Lamar Jackson, I think a lot of Colts fans would be ecstatic about that. Starting with these two Colts fans, I know we'll be happy about it.
Let's get it done, baby. Let's get it done.
Whatever you got to do to get it done, Jim. But speaking of getting it done, man. Look, first time, and I don't know since 1970, I think, since they started using the seeding system where we don't have a 1, 2, or 3 seed, not a single one, to make it to the Final Four. That's crazy. This was the epitome of March Madness as it is every year. But we got on the left side FAU, 9 seed FAU, facing the San Diego State, 9 and a 5 seed. That's crazy. And obviously on the other side we got the University of Miami, 5 seed, facing 4 seed University of Connecticut Huskies, the UConn Huskies. Oh man, it's hard.
Hey, I'm calling in now. It'll be number 9 FAU versus the U.
Wow.
It's gonna be a Florida showdown in the national championship on the men's side. Number 9 FAU against number 5 University of Miami. A Florida showdown.
South Florida showdown.
I've seen a lot of people talking about FAU and the basketball team. I ain't heard shit in all my years on this earth of living. FAU, and then all these fans coming out the woodworks, but I respect it, man. I would do the same. And then the U, we got a lot of guys played in the league, former teammates. So I see that all on my timeline. The U talking their basketball school now. Obviously, the women, they lost last night, but had a hell of a season as well.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first, man. And the national championship on the men's side, FAU, University of Miami.
You heard it here. Dead. That's gonna be right on dead ass wrong because now that FAU, I'm right with them. That's I got 2 of my siblings, I think, got degrees from FAU. So that's one of those schools who, South Florida, a lot of people go there, graduate from there. But on the grand scheme of things, when it came to athletics, football team has come a long way, obviously, but basketball hasn't been getting that much notoriety. But 33-3, I think, right on the regular season coming into the tournament, got their first tournament win this year, and then to punch their ticket all the way to the Final Four. It's crazy. They don't look like they're trying to go home anytime soon. But I got them winning. I got them handling business, going with the South Florida team. But on the other side, obviously, I got to go with my guys. And they were down big second half, went on a hell of a run against Texas. They were the last 2 seed left in the tourney, Texas was. But they handled business. But, UConn, honestly, we haven't been challenged yet.
Yeah, y'all been playing some good ball. Y'all been playing some real good ball. I will say that.
Yeah, we've been steamrolling. Sanogo, he's a beast in the middle. Big man, obviously scoring, rebounding. He's been improving his passing, because they've been sending doubles at him a lot. Hawkins been just shooting that tape. We've been great in transition, great defensively, up and down the court. Like old school UConn ball, man. So, you look at the last 4, we the team, we the program, like kind of that blue blood that, been here before.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new. There's got to be something. It's something to being there before.
Not at all. Not right now.
Yeah, it is.
Not at this stage. You know what I mean? It's Final Four, the last 4 left. As you know, playing on that hardwood. Hey, it's all about man. Come on, grow up. All about the matchups, and I think it's going to be a real good matchup. So, we'll see. We're
gonna see, man. But hey, it's a lot of hoopers in South Florida, though, man. So I don't know if it's the NIL. I don't know what it is. A lot of transfers. I know people have been talking about. A lot of people changing schools and how that has affected the basketball landscape, trajectory, or whatnot. But if you come live and go to school in Boca, and a beautiful place like Boca, and still be punching your ticket and competing to the Final Four. Same thing in Miami. Y'all keep on coming down here, man. Bring this talent down here, man. It should be special.
I saw something, right? It was like the numbers as far as I forgot what juncture we was at in the tournament, but at the time it was like the starting 5 of those teams. It was like it had seniors. It was like a wild number of amount of seniors, juniors, and then as far as freshmen, I think it was only 1 true freshman in that starting 5. So just kind of showing like the landscape and where it's going. Where in the past, you would see those dynamic freshmen, sophomores that was in those starting 5 lineups, but now I'm not sure if it was gaining that COVID year or whatever, but now you're starting to see these programs really depend on those, 4-year, 5-year seniors, those upperclassmen. So yeah, again, I don't know if it's those NIL deals with guys. It's like, look, I'm gonna stay in school and get these deals or whatever. I don't think, again, even with the NIL, that's still like the wild, wild west. Some guys are getting money, some guys aren't. What the money is looking like, but to those players, those athletes out there, man, like it's a little different landscape.
It is much different. But as far as and March Madness is always crazy. That's why it's called March Madness. But I guess the parity now with the teams, it's not. You remember it used to be Kentucky, Duke, UNC, Kansas, year in, Michigan State, year in, year out. One of those teams are going to be in it. But now you look at the field of 64 this year, and then all the teams that just start dropping like flies, man. How they're playing these new coaches, Kansas State. I think that was the first-year head coach, right?
Yeah, so he was an assistant for a long time. Long time assistant. You know, first year coach at K-State. That was kind of my choice, my pick.
Yeah.
Who was gonna, you know,
that guard was nice.
nice. Now he should have took that last shot, but
Man, I hate it. I had an argument in the group chat with my brothers, because he had a 30 ball. He was pulling from the logo. He was obviously did his thing all tournament.
yeah,
And my big brother, he got very, very high standards. Hey man, the moment was too big for him. The moment was too big. My boy like, nah, he balled all tournament. You can't say that. You can't say that. And I'm like, damn, 4 seconds left, ball in your hands. You got a live dribble.
Ain't backing him. Why?
You got a live dribble. You home. Like I felt like that was that moment for him. For everybody. Obviously, they had the camera on his brother and his family the whole time. And I don't want to take anything from the great run and the great tourney he had, but I think we all. He probably sick too. He
probably said it. Walking to that locker room in his mind, he probably like, man, damn, I should have took that last shot, but he had a hell of a run, 5'8", just his story. I kind of seen someone in his story, like no offers, coming out of high school, ended up going, I forgot what school he ended up going to, then transferring to Kansas State. But again, man, just a dog on the court. On the court mentality. You can just tell it, the heartbeat of that team, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So him and his coach, I believe, was the first year head coach. The Texas coach, he was an interim head coach because their coach that coming into the season, Beard, had gotten to I think domestic issue, his fiance or something earlier in the season, and I think he's taken a job elsewhere since. I think she, either recanted the statements or something like that. I want to say maybe Ole Miss. He took that head coaching job, but some great runs, great teams, great coaches. Definitely interested to see how it all plays out in Houston.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll take a peek at these odds real quick according to the Fan Duel Sports Book. Here we go. Boom. Men's Final Four odds. Connecticut up there at top, minus 125. They are the betting favorites. San Diego State plus 360. Miami plus 490. You got Florida Atlantic, the ultimate underdogs, at plus 600. Oh, man. So how much of the women's Final Four is set up? I know you got a chance to catch that game last night.
Yeah, man. That our Louisville game, man, it was Caitlin Clark. Man, we got to talk about that. And I asked you earlier, I'm like, was you able to catch this game? Caitlin Clark, you can put that graphic back up real quick.
Boom.
Caitlin Clark is the only women's or men's player in history with a 40-point triple-double in an NCAA tourney game. She had 41 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals, and 8 for 14 behind the arc. And I'm watching the game, man, and Louisville, they jumped out to a quick start. I think it was like 8-0, and then she dropped like 7 real quick. And then the rest of the game, she just made it look so easy. You know what I mean? Just scoring the ball, getting her teammates involved, passing the ball, and then, as a guard, being able to get your teammates in position, passing the ball, making it easy for them to, score the bucket, man. It was a very, very impressive. Very impressive.
And she's been that way since arriving on campus. And in my other group chat, my hooping group chat, my boy put in there, boy Pat put in there, hey, Caitlin Clark, without y'all hopping on Google, I'm gonna let y'all know, right, greatest scorer in our generation, men's or women's. I'm like, nah, we got Bree Stewart, Maya Moore. I'm dropping all these names. Who said 20? She averaged 27 a year since arriving on campus. Like that's tough, even in like pro sports, but especially collegiately. Bucket getter, assists. I think Tone told us she was what, first in assists?
Third in scoring.
During the year? Yeah. This is crazy. She's obviously unconscious from where she pulls from. She's a threat as soon as she crosses half court to pull it. Look at these numbers one more time: 41, 12, 10, 3, 8 for 14. That's nasty, man. But you look at the women's right now. A lot of the bettors is like, hey, it's South Carolina versus the field. That's how dominant Don Staley's South Carolina Gamecocks has been. LSU, they tough as well with Angel Reese. But so we'll see. I got South Carolina beating Maryland. Maryland's a tough. They're a mob too.
Yeah. That Virginia Tech, Ohio State game, that's going to be tough.
Ohio State sent my girls home.
Yeah.
We'll be back, though. We'll have Paige Buckets back next year.
It's going to be tough, man. So I'm not disappointed at all as far as, the way the field is building out on both sides, men and women. Again, I think, South Carolina, as you said, Don Staley has those ladies playing well. So if you had to bet on a team on the women's side, I think it will be South Carolina. But again, LSU, good. Virginia Tech, probably the most underrated number one ranked seeded team in the tournament. So definitely be locked in. Be locked into this.
Yeah, this women's landscape has changed a lot too. We were talking about the men's earlier. We were in school. It was UConn, Tennessee, Notre Dame was always in it. Stanford.
Yeah, you had North Carolina in there.
North Carolina had a run. But yeah, it was a lot of times just the same cast of characters. I don't know how many straight Elite Eights we done been in as one, but these are the odds right now with these last 6 teams alive. South Carolina heavy betting favorite to take it all at -250 to win it. LSU second best +460. The Hawkeyes +700. VTech +1600. Maryland +3000. Ohio State +3000. So how you see the Final Four shaking out for the women's?
Man, obviously I was in. I got South Carolina beating Maryland. I got LSU, and then I'm gonna go this VTech Ohio State game, man. I put it in the chat with you and Tone. This is gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna go VTech there. I'm gonna go VTech. I'm gonna have South Carolina. I'm gonna have South Carolina and LSU in the natty.
Ooh, that's gonna be the one everybody want to see too.
Yeah. I'm gonna have South Carolina and LSU in the natty. And I got South Carolina.
Yeah, that Don Staley. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm taking VTech. But obviously it's gonna be big, like you said, big underrated 1 seed. But that O State press, we're gonna see if they can handle that. Yeah. But I'm going. I got the same Final Four, same natty. Angel Reese is a dog. But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with South Carolina to pull it out. Don Staley she ain't playing. That squad ain't playing.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, man, shout out Don Staley, man. Shout out to my MEAC folks, Norfolk State. Their ladies, they ended up beating Howard in the not the national, but in the MEAC championship, getting that bid tournament, and they ended up getting South Carolina that first round. And Don Staley, she came in the locker room and shouted out Norfolk State, man, and how those been playing, saying that they're not a 16th seed, man. So shout out Don Staley, man, and what she's doing on that entire platform and what she's just doing for basketball in general, man. She's a legend as a player, as a coach.
Yeah.
So salute.
As an actress, I remember her on Martin. That was probably my introduction to Don Staley on that episode of Martin where him and his boys got whooped up on.
Yeah.
My back. Yeah, that was probably my intro to Don Staley. Shout out to the legend, man. Her legend continues to grow.
For sure.
What else we got, man?
What I want to do, man, I want to shout out, man. We got guys in the league all across the sports realm, man, that does a lot of good stuff in the community, man. One of our guys, one of our former guests, man-to-man alum, Tyrod Taylor from the 757 from Hampton, Virginia.
Yes,
He just
sir.
opened up a health and wellness center at the Boys and Girls Club that he once attended in Hampton, Virginia, on Shell Road. And here you can see the picture
Oh, that's dope.
of the Tyrod Taylor Wellness Center, Boys and Girls Club, the Virginia Peninsula, man. And again, just want to highlight, you know, what he's doing in the community, what other guys around the league, you know, current and former players are doing in the community. I don't think you know, guys get enough credit for what they do in the community. So again, man, shout out to Tyrod Taylor, man, what you're doing, what you stand for. As they, you know, they call him around the way, the neighborhood hero, man. So again, man, shout out to what you're doing, brother.
Big shout out to the man alum, Todd Taylor. He's still with New York.
Still with New York. Still with New York.
Man. What else we got? We was talking ball. Your Lakers. So you picked to win the championship this year. If I recall correctly. Your Los Angeles Lakers, they still fighting for playoff life right now in the NBA. LeBron James returned after missing 13 games. The conversation was, should he return? Should he preserve himself? Should he come back? The Lakers were playing well. You talk about some underdog stories earlier. Austin Reeves, he got a crazy story as well that I kind of read up on a little bit. Betting on himself, you know, just wait for the right opportunity. He's been balling, but LeBron made his return against the Bulls. But you know, Pat Bev and the Bulls, and Pat Bev been selling out, been talking shit and backing it up. But they got their first win, I think, they got a back-to-back against the Lakers. Lakers, like I said, fighting for a play-in spot at this point. A lot of the West is kind of bunched up.
Yeah,
man. How you see this shaking out for LeBron and your Los Angeles Lakers, man?
Man, like you said, man, it's about what 5-6 teams right there, bunched up. I think they'll be able to. I think they'll get in there. I think so. Again, you know, dealing with that foot, man. That could be tough. That could be tough. Obviously, running up and down a hardwood floor. But I'm pretty sure, you know, he got some great advice from his team, his camp. But I think the Lakers, they'll be able to get in there. And then from there, you know, we'll just have to see. But that West is tough. That West is tough right now.
Yeah, they asked LeBron why he opted on not getting surgery. He said he went to the LeBron James feet, and the doctor basically told him he didn't need it. Then there was other reports that the doctor saying he's healed from this tendon injury, I believe, faster than they ever seen. But as far as the Western Conference in the standings right now, you got Denver 1, Memphis 2, Sacramento 3, Phoenix 4. And Phoenix got 39 wins sitting at the 4 seed. And all the way at the 10th seed, OKC has 37 wins. So it's 2 wins between the 4 and the 9 seed. So Phoenix at 4, Clippers 5 right now, Golden State 6, Minnesota 7, Pelicans 8, Lakers 9, OKC 10 as it stands right now. So the play-in tournament would be Lakers, OKC, Minnesota, Pelicans. If it ended right now in the NBA, Eastern side, Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, Cleveland, New York Knicks, Brooklyn Nets. And the play-in teams, Miami, Atlanta, and Toronto, Chicago, as it stands right now.
Yeah, man. AD, man. That's what they brought you to LA for, man.
You know, he's had his times.
He has. You got to take the lead, man. But as always, you know, you get down the stretch, man. It gets exciting, you know, going into the playoffs and, you know, thereafter. So
true indeed. I'm still looking forward to the playoffs. Also looking forward to some questions, comments, concerns after I drop this little ad, FanDuel read. And then on the other side, you know, we take some stuff, man. Hit us on Twitter using the M2M Live hashtag, and obviously hit us in the comments as well. See what the hell y'all want to talk about.
Please.
Yes, sir. The tournament is heating up, and there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. That's because right now, FanDuel is giving new customers a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. You heard it. That's up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. Just go to FanDuel.com/M2M Live and sign up today to claim your no sweat first bet. Then you can wager on everything from the money line to point spreads to which team will be cutting down the nets in Houston. So don't miss your shot at a no sweat first bet up to $1,000 when you join FanDuel today. Just go to FanDuel.com/M2M Live to sign up. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
Okay.
Boy can read, bro.
Okay.
That
was one take.
One take shoulder. You know
one
me.
take. Okay. Hey man, before we get into them questions, shout out to FanDuel, as we always, shout out what they do for us, man. Our proud sponsor this past weekend, man. Told them that's a fine too. On Showtime, man, it was a good fight, man. These two have been going back and forth for a while. Benavidez against Caleb Plant. Plant, man, I don't know if anybody was able to catch this fight, but first half of this fight, Plant held his own. But the big Mexican, bro, he started throwing them hooks, them jabs, them crosses.
Showtime?
Yeah, it was on Showtime.
I missed this one,
man, bro. So now, I think a lot of the boxing world, they looking for the Benavidez and Canelo fight. So, I think that will be a great matchup. Obviously, Canelo put Plant down on the canvas. I think it was probably like 2 fights ago for Plant. So again, man, the Benavidez.
What weight division is that?
This is 168.
So is that light heavyweight or
Nah.
middleweight?
I think it is middleweight. Well, it's like 168, but it was rough, man. You could just tell like round 10, round 11, the punches, man. Benavidez throw his punches, man, and every time he connect, you just hit ooh, you could just see it. And then Plant, he land his, it just wasn't the same, man. But again, man, two great fighters going at it. What we need to see more of. But if we can get that Benavidez and Canelo fight, man, that would be one everybody should tune into.
Who is Canelo still in that fight deal? I know he was. He had.
How many fights he had?
Deals. I don't know. We went for one of them, but I would like to see that. But are you going to that Garcia Davis fight?
I want to, man. I think I got to coach that weekend though, so I think I'll have to miss that. I'll have to get that on pay-per-view, but that's going to be live.
Still going Tank?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm going with Tank now. Guys, Garcia, he I feel like he might make it a good one. He does have the power, but I like Tank. I think Tank is gonna go the distance. Tank gonna win the decision.
Good fight. I mean, that's all we want, right? We want the best
that's all we want.
Each other. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be a good one. Ryan Garcia, quick, got some power. Tank is Tank, man.
It's gonna be a good one, man. I'll be locked in for it. Let's see if we got any questions. Slow
news today. Slow news.
For real. Boom. G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe 317. Does a wide receiver make a QB or does a QB make the wide receiver?
They make each other, man.
Correct.
They make each other. That's how I feel. I feel like seeing some great quarterback and receiver combos that come through this league. I feel like they thrive off one another because, yeah, you can have a good quarterback, but if your receiver is subpar or some shit, you know, dropping passes and running bad routes, and you know that stuff, it has an effect on a QB. And obviously, as a receiver, you can, you know, run a great route, and do X, Y, and Z. But then if that quarterback is throwing sloppy balls, the timing is off, you know, you can't benefit off of that. So I think they make one another. I don't think either one benefits more from the other. In most cases.
Yeah, I think a receiver could benefit more from a good quarterback if it did lean one way or the other. But receivers is such a dependent position. All the things AB said, but you got to have a quarterback that can get you the ball and get you the ball at the right time. And then on the flip side, that receivers got to know how to get open at the right time within the rhythm of the offense. But then another thing a wide receiver has to have is an O-line. You got to have an O-line that can give that quarterback some time to go through progressions, to give you time to run your route how you need to run it. Shit, you ideally want a run game. You get some play action, get that safety come up, you get, you know, open look. So it's a lot of things. That's a huge reason why, like going to college, I couldn't play full-time receiver because, like, damn, you got to have a good quarterback. You got to have a good offensive line. It's too many things to have to bank and depend on to try to make that next step. So quarterbacks, but if you got a good quarterback, I'm seeing good quarterbacks elevate decent receivers more than I have seen good receivers elevate decent quarterbacks. So, but it's huge, though. You see when Stephon Diggs came over with Josh Allen, the difference that made. A.J. Brown coming over with Jalen Hurts. Like you need those Jerry Rice with both of his Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Like you need each other, man.
I done seen some receivers make some average quarterbacks.
Yeah,
man. What? Think about. Think about a quarterback, right? A backup quarterback that comes into a game that's, you know, whether it's due to injury or whatever the case may be, and they got a dog receiver.
Houston, most of D-Hop's career.
And what is D-Hop gonna make that quarterback look like?
It looked damn good when you throwing the 10, but then
that's what I'm saying. So
everywhere else.
But if you that quarterback, what you gonna do?
I'm saying you're gonna force it to 10 only so much until, you know, we take them out, and then the assness of that quarterback is gonna show. You're gonna be like, okay, like you always knew throughout his career, like, all right, he may have had two decent ones, but outside of that, you knew them quarterbacks was trash unless they were throwing the 10.
I understand that, but if you, and I'm not taking anything away from the quarterbacks because, yeah, like quarterbacks, to your point, quarterbacks can make a average receiver look above average. Not saying great, but above average. But I've seen some dog receivers with some very, very, very average quarterbacks make them look, again, above average. Whereas, you know, somebody said in the chat, Andre Johnson, his whole career in Houston.
He had a better quarterback situation, D-Hop. Because at least he had Matt Schaub for a lot of his career. And Matt Schaub, he wasn't the average. He wasn't the best. But above average. I give Matt Schaub. He had some good years. Above, you played against him more than I did. So what you say average?
Yeah, average. And that's no knock. That's no knock on
him. Hey, it's hard. He's been an average NFL player.
Average player, average quarterback. So, but you know, again, I think they both need each other.
Agreed. Ultimate team sport. But yeah, good question, G.I. Joe. Jesse Black, Kurt Warner gave Steve Bresci, young Antoine Fitz, all the time. See, them was dogs though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Kurt was obviously Hall of Famer, but young Bresci, young Phantom was nice. Yeah, especially third option with Quan came in as a rookie. Brady Fitz was, you know, It's the first ballot Hall of Famer. He's had a lot of quarterbacks. So average still means top 32. It's fair. What else we got? Any other questions?
Light on the questions today. While we waiting on some good questions, I got me about a good hour 15 in this morning. Already.
I'm behind.
It was leg day, and they got a little cardio in. So
boxing?
Nah. I got on the Peloton.
Yeah, I haven't. Maybe I get this work in while they're here. You know what? Monday leg day today. Actually, nah. Let me stick with the program. What my calendar say? 27 upper body. No, upper body day. I'm getting back on my push-up shit too, man.
Yeah.
I had my physique right back in the day. I used to just bang out random 30, 40, 50 pieces. I got to get back on it. Hold on. Let's see, I need something.
Good. Okay. It's a good question. I'm gonna answer it, and then when D Butt gets back, he can answer that. Does Cam Newton land on a team by camp? I think he can, but again, I think he gotta be honest with himself. I think if a team does bring him in to camp, I don't think they will be looking at him as a starter. But again, like, he has to be okay with that if he wants to get on the roster. If I was a GM, I would consider bringing Cam in, but it would be a conversation that we would have to have. Say, look, I'm not bringing you in to be that starter per se. Now, things happen throughout the season. You could be, taking those snaps, but I don't know if Cam will be okay with that. I don't know if he would be like, all right, I'm cool with that. But again, I think honestly, I thought he was done. So when I saw that he was throwing at the Auburn Pro Day, my eyebrows raised. Like what? Like, does Auburn need a quarterback to throw to the receivers, or what's up? But teach his own, man. He still got a passion for it. He wants to get back out there, so he going for it. Your thoughts?
What was the question?
Does Cam, where is it at?
Ooh, that's Cam.
Does Cam on a team by camp?
I'll say no. That would be no. And shit, I think he's earned the right based on his career for us to even be talking about it. That's why when he came out and made the announcement, hey, you're going to be throwing at Auburn's Pro Day, based on what he's already done in the NFL. Got to talk about it. Got to bring it up. Cam Newton, former MVP, number 1 overall pick, made a Super Bowl appearance. The last time we saw him out there, didn't look good at all, and we can, point to whatever reason that was. I'm rooting for him personally. Personally, I would like to see Cam succeed, and I would like to see him play football, if that's something he still want to continue to do. But just knowing how the league is, and you can argue that it's 32 better than him. I would definitely say he's in the top 64. But then, to your point, you were talking about bringing him as a backup, and distraction is word that's used a lot. And that obviously has a negative connotation to it. But once again, former MVP. How many former MVPs have you seen in the league that come in as backups?
Right.
So it's going to be, your young quarterback or your bridge quarterback have 2-3 bad games. Half the fan base is going to be, hey, put Cam in there. So that's something that people think about. But is he top 64? I would say, yeah, definitely good enough, talented enough to be a backup. But once again, is that something Cam is willing to do? And is that something that a team would be willing to bring Cam in to do? But yeah, to answer the question, I would say no. But obviously, rooting for Cam. If you want to play ball, I want to see him out there playing, man.
Yeah. Good question, my guy, Marcus. Who else we got, man? Let me get
get up out of here. I gotta get out there because I don't know. I need a translator.
You say you got a translator.
I said, yeah, I might brush up on my Spanish. Fell off my Duolingo. Was on it heavy.
Man, throws on Tom Brady training Shador Sanders. That's a hell of a trainer.
I didn't see that.
That's a hell of a trainer. I didn't see that neither. But if that's the case,
man,
I mean, can't get no better than that.
Yeah, even if I'm sitting in on meetings with Tom Brady or just going over notes or practicing footwork, technique, game situation, 2-minute, whatever, red zone, that's the best ever do it. And so if you have that opportunity, whatever type of trainer it is, whether it's just mental or physical at that quarterback position, that's incredible. And it's going to be I'm excited to watch and see what Colorado does this year.
I think everybody is.
Yeah, they've been so shitty for so long. And obviously we've seen a lot of behind the scenes. They damn near got their own Hard Knocks, really, with how Prime has been recording and putting a lot of things out there. So it's going to be, everybody's going to be tuned in. Whether you want to see Coach Prime fail or succeed, everybody's going to be tuned in to see how it goes, especially this first year. Did you see his video, the promo he cut about the numbers? Like earning jersey numbers and what single digits meant.
I've seen people talk about it, but I didn't watch it. What was he saying? Okay. Just basically like if you want a single number, you got to do what you got to work for.
Yeah. So somebody asked him, just a second. Somebody asked him, what's the thought process behind him? Because everybody's out there with just the jerseys, no numbers. What's the thought process behind people having to earn a number? He was like, hey, I'm old school. Nobody ever gave us anything. When I came up, like having a single digit meant something. Like you can't be out there with number 1 on, getting tore out the frame. Like you got that single digit like that. Like you earn that, and that means you him. He said I got linemen, wanting to wear number 0, and if I'm giving the big guys those numbers, then it's a deficit in the back end. So it was just a lot of the conversation about that. Which shit we are for. He was like double numbers. He said double numbers, you give a guy a double number, that just meant you weren't going to play back in the day. So he was just talking about some things that are the norm now that he's kind of old school and going against. I obviously agree with the single digit stuff. That was something you definitely had to be that one of those dudes to have that coming up. So I definitely didn't have any issue with it.
Nah, I don't got no issue with that. Single digits. Like you said, you got to earn that. You got to earn that. You just can't be coming and walking to the office and say, I want 1 or whatever the case may be. Like, you out here with 2 left feet. So, I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, man. You came in, you went to Howard with Deuce? You came in there freshman year? You had Deuce?
25.
25 freshman year?
25 freshman year. And then sophomore year, got the Deuce.
I did Deuce. Yeah, my first 2 years, I had 28 freshman year, sophomore year, and junior year, I switched to 1. So to Prime's point, hey, get out there and earn it.
Go get it.
Get out there and earn it. And then the next person, you always looking. I know you was looking like, all right, who got that Deuce on there that I left, man? What
they? And look, I feel a certain type of way about the Deuce too. Anyway, like don't be giving that shit away to anybody. Like, come on now, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man. So I agree with him. I agree with him for that standpoint. What else we got, man?
What else going on, man? It's for real. It's really slow, man. Really slow, man.
What y'all had going on out there, Javier?
Had to wrestle a teammate for that 20 back in high school.
I had to do it. I just see it. I don't know if this is real, but hold on. Let me see.
What's that?
We got breaking news. We got breaking news with Lamar Jackson. According to Lamar Jackson's Twitter, let me read it. A letter to my fans. Let me make sure this is really him. Yeah, it's him. I want to first thank you all for the love and support you consistently show towards me. All of you are amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. I want you all to know not to believe everything you read about me. Let me personally answer your questions. In regard to my future plans, as of March 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens organization, which the Ravens have not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that I've met, these tweets are a little tricky. Now I'm reading it as I see it, or been around me know I love the game of football, and my dream is to help a team. My dream is to help a team win a Super Bowl. You are all great, but I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my fans of a Baltimore Flock Nation in the entire state of Maryland. You'll see me again. Trust. Let's stay connected. Subscribe to my fan page. Whoa!
I like it.
Now, look, I could read y'all, but it was just broken up in multiple tweets, and it was some of the word was shaky. But requested a trade, I like it. So this was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It said March 2nd, he requested a trade. So this is over 3 weeks ago. It's March 27th right now. Requested a trade. I said he should have done this, especially after they hired the coach, the offensive coordinator, who's, his name is fleeting me right now. Is it Todd Monken?
You say the coach, offensive coordinator?
Nah,
Baltimore.
The Ravens.
The Ravens.
The Ravens hired the offensive coordinator he was the Georgia offensive coordinator. He's been back and forth from the league. But yeah, I like it. I love it. Requested trade. Hey, what's your thoughts? What's your initial thoughts on this breaking Lamar Jackson news?
I love it. So I hope that plane,
wow,
that was, supposedly been Indianapolis Colts playing. I hope they was out there talking business, figuring out how we can get this trade done. Again, I hate it had to come to this point, but it's a business, and we talk about it all the time. It's a business on both sides. It's a business for the organization. It's a business for the team. The organization got to do what's best for them. Player got to do what's best for him, and he's figuring out at this point, at this juncture, hey, I think it's best for me to request a trade, see if I can go elsewhere to create a different business relationship with a different team. I love it. I hope it works out in Lamar's favor. I guess we'll see in the next coming days and weeks what happens.
We shall see. Man, yeah, I love this. Now, Colts, Dolphins.
Dolphins ain't doing. I don't know.
But they picked up the Tua's 5th year, but I mean, shit, you got to at least. But I mean, we've said this before. You got to at least see what it is, put an offer in there, see if you can figure something out. But I like this, man. He's been the good soldier for
a long time.
Too long.
A long time.
Too long. He's been a winner. He's been a unanimous MVP. He's had that team and that offense on his back. I don't think that offense and that system has done him any favors, honestly. And he's won and dominated despite that. So, man, I'm excited for them. I'm excited to see what's next for 8, man.
So let's talk about it. Colts got the number 4 pick. Obviously, I think the Ravens said they wanted 2 first-rounders. We can give up this number 4 pick and what? Give up. We got a first-round pick in 2024. We haven't done anything in the past to give that pick up, did we?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we traded that same one for DeForest. I'm not sure. Don't get me the line.
But I mean,
that would be valuable, especially if you're the Ravens, number 4 pick. I don't know if are we past that point where you got to do the two first rounders? Is it like you just whatever deal you can work out?
I mean, I'm pretty sure at all times, I think it will be like whatever deal we can work out. I would hope, I would assume. I think the Ravens was coming out saying like, this is what we wanted.
Yeah, when they put that on
the tag on them, I'm thinking now it's okay, well, let's come up with something that works for both sides and we can get it done.
Yeah, but man, one of the best quarterbacks and one of the best young quarterbacks in his prime is moving, man. And I like that he made it clear, he made it known that he's ready to move on. I also like that he's been trying to handle it once again smoothly behind the scenes as a professional. You put this request in 25 days ago with all the news that's surrounding Lamar Jackson every day on TV, radio, and everywhere else. And he just made it clear, hey, I want to be all right. Now, I would still like to see him. I would like to see him get paid. That's what I would like to see. Get paid, go to a new team, show your value to that new organization. Because obviously, Baltimore didn't value you enough. Woo, I know they're gonna be sick in that locker room.
Man, what? So it's interesting that you say, like, you know, he requested this trade March 2nd, and you heard reports come out, you know, about, you know, the so-called agent or his so-called advisor trying to negotiate on his behalf, and, you know, try to throw some dirt on Lamar's
facts,
on Lamar's name. So now it's like the timing of it, seems
when
a
did
little weird.
When did that Schefter tweet come out too, talking about with the breakdown of the money? He was like, yeah, the Ravens offered him, I think he said 200 guaranteed, but like something 133, there's something else like 160 something, there was 200. Then in the tweet, it was like much more guaranteed money than Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson. But yeah, now all the timing of those leaks,
it makes sense now.
It's because 25-day window, trust me, somebody else knew what was going on. Hey, put this out there, put that out there.
Yeah,
dirty game is being played, man. And it always is. Very, very interesting, man. But once again, if you just tuned in, Lamar Jackson has officially, as of March 2nd, requested a trade away from the Baltimore Ravens. I'm excited to see what's next for LJ8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Harbaugh has a presser that just started too. So, guess we'll have more info on Thursday on this.
Hey, let's talk about.
When you think a deal goes down?
Huh?
I said, when you think a deal goes down by?
I say by the end of the week.
By the end of the week, draft. We got a month. We got a month leading up to the draft. So I think before the draft. Hold on, let me see what.
I'm gonna say the end of the shit.
Let's see what Harbaugh talking about.
Seen the tweet. It's an ongoing process. I've seen the tweet. It's an ongoing process. I'm following it very closely, just like everybody else is here, and looking forward to a resolution. I'm excited, thinking about Lamar all the time, thinking about him as our quarterback. We're building our offense around that idea, and I'm just looking forward to getting back to football. I'm confident it's going to happen.
So that was the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh, saying that he's monitoring the situation and keeping a close eye on it, just like everyone else. And he's also thinking about Lamar all the time and looking forward to building the offense, continuing to build the offense around him. So we shall see. So now we wait on Lamar to wherever deal and Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. If that actually even happens at this point, you know, does that all go back in Green Bay? He's taking the snaps for Green Bay next season. But interesting, always interesting on the QB front in the NFL. As soon as we thought it was going to be a slow day, boom, Lamar wants out. Hey, I love it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We got anything else before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. You know me. On Monday, you already know what I'm gonna tell you to do. Go get you 30 minutes, man. Get the heart rate up. Move around. Health is wealth. You heard it here, man. Go get your 30 minutes in.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Well, UConn. Nah, we still got time. Boom. It's not till Saturday. All right. We out.
Darius Butler. Antoine Bethea Darius
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Be good.